Lords podcast.
All right, and we are live. Lord Cognito here, Iron Lord Podcast, lordsofgaming.net. And who is this fine lady that we have in the realm of PAX East today?
Hi, I'm Maddie Gray. I'm the Senior Community Manager here at Base Yourself Games.
Awesome. So we got Lord Addict on gameplay. What is this game that we're playing right now? What is this that we're talking about?
So what we're playing right now is Industries of Titan.
Ooh.
It is a cyberpunk industrial city builder sim strategy game.
Okay.
is what we call it.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Okay.
So we kind of have y'all starting midway through this game right now. And since you haven't played this before, we're just kind of like throwing you in there. There might be a lot of stuff. So if there's any questions at any point.
I've played a lot of these type of games.
Okay, so you know the gist. Usually when the game starts, you have just this one building, the headquarters, and you build everything out from there.
Gotcha.
What makes Titan special is that you can go into certain buildings. So if you click on like the headquarters, for example, you can enter it. And you have a whole other layer here.
Oh, so this is another layer. There's an interior layer.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's what really makes Titan unique in that you can build, it's like so micro, but also very macro.
Gotcha. So as far as the micromanagement interior, what would be some of the things that you would do as a player to, I guess, maximize, you know, as far as the end game or what your overall goals to the game? How does interior building help you in the flow of the game?
So interior building is generally more, you get more from it. So you can choose whether you want to build things quicker with like larger buildings, or you can get like more packed into a single one.
Gotcha.
And usually it's a really good way to get your corporation off the ground before you start building really outwards and make a sprawling city across Titan.
Got it.
Yeah.
So out of curiosity, I assume that there's micromanaging from the buildings itself. Because you have generators, so you have to go into these buildings and get whatever resources they need to continue being active.
Cool. And then again, you know, we're talking about this cyberpunk aesthetic, corporation kind of vibe. You know, what's the general, is there like a narrative-based theme with the game? Is there a storyline, a progression?
Yeah, so we're actually going to be coming out with a campaign mode pretty soon.
Nice.
But the general story behind Titan is that, well, it takes place, first of all, on Saturn's moon, Titan. That's where the name comes from.
Okay.
It's kind of like a pun on Titan of Industries, but it's Industries of Titan, because our boss just really likes puns.
Industry of Titan. Let's go.
That's literally why this game was born.
That's why the name's sake. Okay, we got it now.
Yeah. So you're this new founder on this moon, backed by this mysterious council, who are just these rich benefactors who are like, okay, you start up this corporation and you become successful so that I get a return on my investment. And they're ruthless. So you in turn have to play this ruthless founder who kind of exploits both the planet as well as your citizens and employees.
Can you give me a quick example of how we as the player can exploit the citizens in that way to our benefactors?
So there's this thing called conversion. So there's the little capsules, the devices inside your factories, or you can build actual buildings for it.
Okay.
But you literally take a citizen, you convert them into an employee, and what it does is it's like strips them of their need to eat, sleep, and they just become these automatons basically that just work non-stop and do what they're told. You still have to pay them. Okay, but
so there's some ethics with this.
It's pretty much like you're forcing them to be more aggressive at their job.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's technically a voluntary process, but you know, that's how it goes.
So the objective is to complete these resources, repay these investors. I noticed that there's rebel camps here.
There are rebels.
What kind of combat's in this game?
So if you go into your shipyard here, actually, you can enter it. And I believe we have a ship prepared for you here. Okay, yeah, so you might want to just play it. It looks like there's still some devices that need to be built, so you'll see your employees kind of come in here, build those, and then you can launch it. So then there's kind of like FTL style combat if you played FTL.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so you can like look at it goes like half screen, and you kind of choose which little parts of the ship that you want to fight. And then you also have turrets, so you can, if they come invade you can blast them out of the sky that way too.
Oh, I love
I
turrets.
noticed there was turrets. And I noticed when I was in the headquarters, there was a combat one that wasn't available in the. That's if someone invades, you fight there, right?
That is something that we're still working on and hasn't become available yet.
So when, let's say that someone ends up coming in and trying to invade, can you send your ship to counter them?
Yes,
While
yeah.
in your town? Okay.
That's the idea. And then you can also explore the fog of war,
Yeah.
find their camps, destroy their camps.
Nice.
Although they'll also have turrets, so it can be difficult.
Right.
Oh, nice.
Now with the ships, are you do you have to move supplies around with them, or are they just
No.
specifically for combat?
They're specifically for combat. We have kind of, because we're in early access right now, right?
right.
And we have been for a long time. And we've toyed around with so many different ideas. At some point, we need to kind of figure what's our actual 1.0, because this game can be anything and everything.
right,
There's so many cool things.
So many.
But yeah, it's something that we've talked about. So I don't want to say never, but
Still on the table.
yeah.
One thing that's cool is, like I said, these city builder type of games, very cool, very in depth. Now, is this going to have maybe for the casual player who may not be used to these type of games, is there going to be some form of a tutorial to kind of get them up to speed with the gameplay mechanics?
Absolutely, yeah. I actually consider myself a pretty casual player in terms of 4X strategy games, and I find this game very fun. I'm also, I'm kind of biased, but I think it's very fun. as a disclaimer, but
I see here that there's time frames, regular.
Oh yeah.
So are these where the resources are coming from that you have to wait for them to get there before
No,
you can
so
actually build?
well, I guess this is a type of resource. This is how you get immigrants and I guess new citizens to your city corporation.
Yeah, I love it.
So you literally buy people in this game.
Got it.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of different advisors. So going back to your question, is
Yeah.
there a tutorial? Yes, there's actually a really
Great.
robust tutorial
Great.
that's fully VO'd,
Oh, nice.
lots of characterization. Yeah, so I've lost so many hours to this game. I'm just I should probably catch up and see what's going on. I haven't played this game in a while. 5 hours gone. I'm wait, I had to do other work today.
So is this what you wanted to get going?
Yeah, so this is if there was an enemy, that's what you would see. So right now there's no enemy to fight, but there will be soon. So the rebel threat meter works on how well you're doing as a corporation. So it doesn't go on a time base. It's how much you're building and how much value you have as a. So
Got it.
the more value that you have, the less the rebels like you, and they'll be I want to get rid of that person.
Gotcha.
So.
I assume you can upgrade these turrets. Is there different versions of these turrets, or is it really just
Just
a
these.
ballista?
Yeah. So this one's already level 3 one. I think there might be one more to the north that's a little. Yeah, that's a level 1 or 2. Yeah, it's level 2.
So as you progress and I assume the difficulty ramps up, what are some of the other threats or things that the player must be cognizant of as you go on the hardcore, harder gamer level of this of the industry type?
So actually, our next update. So we do monthly updates for this game. We're on update 22 right now.
Okay.
Our next one's going to be update 23, and it's going to be introducing rival corporations. So
That was my thing. I was trying to see where it was going. Got
Yeah, so right now the main threat has always just been the rebels.
Yes.
And they're kind of just like a pest. You're I need to get rid of you. The rival corporations are also backed by the council, so you can't just stomp them out like that, right?
Okay.
So if you actually click on the very right, next to the, if you up at the top, to the right more, nope, a little bit left, that one, there we go.
Okay.
You have some corporate goals.
Corporate goals.
Yeah, so this is how you kind of achieve victory in this game. You can choose which area you want to master. So you can be martial mastery, political powerhouse, or economic expertise.
What's rebel eradicator?
Destroy 3 bases.
Kill rebels.
And then local leader. Okay.
So when you add I believe you said warlords, what your goal is.
Yeah, the rival corporations.
Yeah, the rival corporations. Is that going to mean that there's going to be other corporations that are trying to pit themselves against you, some espionage kind of stuff going on?
Yeah, they'll actually be on the map. So right now this map is 64 by 64. We're increasing it to 72 by 72, which is over 1,000 more squares actually. And there'll be other sometimes more than one other rival corporation on the map. And you can actually see there's another tab for them. You can see what their goals are. So you can strategically sabotage the specific areas that they're trying to do.
It's kind of a unique way of like civilization.
Yeah.
Like you see what they're doing, what they're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
When the rebel corporations are kind of like, when they come in, are they going to be in your city space, or are they going to be in a different city space and kind of like taking over your city space?
A different city space, and kind of like you're vying with them for territory
so
and
you
money
have your own
and
territories.
Yes,
so
yes.
it's territory, like they have their own territory, and you have to kind of take them, remove them politely.
And I know this is going to be a way out of their question. Something like a Rivals kind of makes me think that maybe down the line, like some kind of multiplayer might be on the board.
This is actually something we get asked about a lot. A lot of people really want multiplayer. And it's something we would love to do, but we are just focusing right now on the first player experience and going from there,
So it's just something that's, not on the table now, but it's not out of the question.
It's not out of the question, but not on the table now.
Sounds
Exactly.
good, man. Looks absolutely fantastic. Sorry, continue, no, please.
I was going to say, you actually can go into your science labs too, and there's a whole tech web where you can research some technologies. And
This is really cool. That's really cool.
It's randomly generated each game.
Oh, that's good. I like random.
Yeah, random makes you think more.
Yeah, the really important ones are weighted towards the beginning, because we found that players were like, well, there was one thing that we really, really wanted, but it was like way out to the far side of our web. So we're like, okay, we'll make that closer. But it is randomly generated. We want to encourage people to try new strategies according to like what's available with them. Otherwise, people kind of get stuck in one way of playing the game. So we want to encourage them to get out of their comfort zone.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Now, in the upper right-hand corner, I'm seeing the day-night cycle, the sleep cycle. Like, now again, this is like slowing time, progression of the game. Upper right there. Okay, cool. And again, I'm just coming from a standpoint of what type, like, can you miss goals? Are certain things time gated as far as goals and activities, things of that nature? Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. We don't want to overwhelm players when they first start. So if you go into the corporate goals again, the one on the right, you can see if you go down to economic expertise, you can unlock it now, and the price gets lower every time. So it will unlock automatically at a certain point. But if you want access to them earlier, you can unlock them.
That's really cool.
With money,
And I like one thing I like is very specific with the directives and objectives, and also seeing what the rival corporations could do. Again, really, what a person like me who loves these games, but sometimes they can be intimidating. Having that structure really is helpful for a person like me. So I like that. Okay, not that you got to hold my hand with everything.
I'm totally there with you.
Yeah, but I have to have a general idea of what I'm doing, and that's what I feel is missing from a lot of these type of games. And to me, this is very appealing, as well as the aesthetic and how cool it looks.
I think the interesting thing is just like how you guys, I've never seen someone want you to like micromanage buildings too. So it's a unique thing where I'm assuming like when the rivals come out, like since you got to micromanage them, they'll be able to sabotage them.
Yeah, exactly. So if you might want to pause because our rebels are about to attack.
Like some rebels.
So if you notice in your corporate goals, there are some locks and some stars. And so that means if a star has a lock on it, that means it's an irrevocable goal. Once you achieve it, you achieve it. But everything else, you can attain that goal, but if you go back below it, you lose that star. And the same goes for your rivals. So you can see what they have, and you're like, oh, they have 18 council obelisks. Let me destroy a couple and get rid of that goal for them. So that they don't have that goal anymore, and you're closer to the victory than they are.
That's cool. So a lot of push-pull. That is really cool.
It kind of reminds me of like Civilization, where someone's trying to go for a nuke or something like that, and you're preventing those steps before that.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're actually planning an update to the corporate goals too, so this isn't going to be the final thing.
I'm kind of curious when this goes through.
Yeah, he wants to see that.
Oh,
he wants to see that when he went to
here we go.
He's for the violence and the attacking part.
Oh, it's fully voiced.
It's fully voiced.
Oh, nice.
So, there he is.
There we go.
So you might want to go and get your ship.
Oh, wow. It's going down.
Where'd your ship go?
They are attacking. Select that ship,
I think he already launched the ship.
It's
okay, so he launched.
So it's in the city somewhere. There he is.
There it is.
He's right above your shipyard.
Yeah.
This one
Right
right
there.
here. Yeah.
click it or I drag it over?
You gotta right click. Yeah. So you're also paused right now.
Oh yeah, right. Let's unpause. Let's get to it. We gotta get these rebels out of here.
And then
Here we go.
Oh, they blowing it up.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
tearing that building up. They tearing up headquarters.
So once they're engaged, you can enter the ship, and that's when you'll get to this combat.
Oh,
So
wow.
what you can do is you can just do it real time,
cool.
but what a lot of people like to do is they like to pause, click their lasers here, and then you can choose on the enemy where to go, and you can rotate it with R
So
or
pretty much
something.
if there's certain parts of the ship that's more deadly than others,
You can target
Yeah,
that.
it's like a puzzle. So there are certain things where you have to like look at this and be like, okay, they only have like 2 life supports. If I get rid of their life supports, all their employees are gonna suffocate. Or like, oh, I'm taking so much damage, I need to get rid of one of them.
I love it. It's so calculated.
You know what it is? It's like that's exactly what I would do. I was like, you don't need to breathe. Just go in there.
Can later iterations of these ships be bigger where you have more
Yes.
to worry about?
Yes, this is like a level 1 ship, I believe. This is also level 1. They go up to level 3 and they're pretty massive.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
it's actually really funny because ships can actually operate without employees if you only have engines in them.
Really?
And the more engines you put in a ship, the faster they'll go. So some people just make these super, super fast scout ships that just go around, and you can get them to do little donuts.
So much strategy here. That's so fun.
So that's less about the strategy and more about the cool factor in that one. But you can't do much with a ship that has no guns.
Yeah, you kind of need people in it.
Yeah.
I won that,
Yeah,
but they,
okay.
they did some damage.
Yeah, so you might want to pause. So one of our recent update recently added fire, which is a big threat to your corporation. And fire can spread.
Yeah.
So
How do we stop this?
what you can do is you can select your headquarters, which is this one here. And I recommend you burrow, actually, to get rid of all those fires, and then you can play again. So this is also something that you can do preemptively when a rebel attack strikes.
Gotcha.
Is you can burrow all your buildings
Oh,
so they can't attack the buildings.
Got you. It's almost like a defense mechanism. Okay, we're going to protect this. Now, headquarters can be burrowed as well?
No.
No, the headquarters
Okay.
cannot be
Now,
burrowed.
is there a way that they can counter
You
that?
should also hit repair all.
Is there a way that they can counter your burrowing?
No, but the burrowing only lasts for a short amount of time, and it also costs a lot of credits to do.
Got it.
So if they send a significant amount of forces, it's not going to matter. You have to do it.
Interesting defensive mechanic. Very cool. You heard it here first. Now, again, early access.
Early access.
Right now, for people who want to know about Industry of Titan, where can they go besides that? Is there a Discord? Is there anything else?
Yeah, we have a Discord. We're at discord.com/braceyourselfgames. We have a website, braceyourselfgames.com.
Nice.
It's also available right now on the Epic Games Store and Steam. So hopefully we'll get to 1.0 soon. We don't have a set date yet, but we can hopefully say something soon.
Very cool. A lot of potential. Cyberpunk corporate themes, interior, exterior. Loving the vibe. Rebel Camps Attic. How you feeling about
I
that?
like it. I've always enjoyed these type of resource building and stuff. This is more unique in terms of, I would say, I've never played a type of game quite like this. Now there's aspects from other games, but I've never seen one take so many from all of them.
Yeah, very cool. And I'm biased. I love the cyberpunk aesthetic. I'm in corporate on Titan. Let's go. Industry of Titan, lady. A pleasure. Thank you so much, Lady Nada, for showing us this game. Make sure you guys check it out. Industry of Titan. The Lords are keeping their eye on this one.